Guys, welcome back. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Like I said, I'm determined to finish this, but probably I'll end on this one for now, and then I'll find time to come back and record the rest. So, point number 6 that I'm going to make here about what you should not do, what you should do as a Christian parent, and things that you should know about your children or whatever the theme has been. Number 6, the point number 6 that I want to make, that as a parent, learn to sow, do everything to sow into the lives of others for your children. Sow good seeds for the sake of your children. A lot of, as I lived my life knowing my mom as one of the most generous people that has ever lived. One of the most loving people. She had a heart for family. She would go without for her family members to have. She would collect. She was a collector. One minute the house is full of relative this, relative that. School fees, she'll come and she'll pour into her family. She had a love for family. They'll get sick. She'll drag them to her house. We have house help, supporting them, treat them before they return to the village. She did so much. And sometimes she'll make threats and say, listen, my family, I've done so much. I poured so much into your lives. But when I die, this woman knew that she was not going to live long. She did extraordinary things in her very short life. You see, my mom died, I can't remember exactly, but my mom probably was around 36, 35 when she died. She died very young. But she did extraordinary things in her very short life. She lived like a very prepared. Sometimes when I think about her life, I'm like, this woman, it's as if she knew she was not going to live very long. Everything was very scripted, very, very prepared, the way she lived. And she'll be telling them that if I die and you don't take care of my children, I'll come back and kill somebody. She'll say things like that, jokingly, because she knew she had poured so much into their lives, other people's lives. She did the needful. She sowed so much into the lives of others. Now, this is why I'm saying that we, as parents, we should do so much to sow into the lives of others. Do good when you have the opportunity. A lot of those seeds you're sowing into the lives of your own children and your children's children. When you have someone that is, helpless, that needs mentoring, that needs sending to school, and you do it, my mother never lived long enough to reap some of the seeds that she, sowed, or the benefits of the things that she sowed into other people's lives. But I believe a lot of the blessings me and my brothers have been riding on in this life are some of the seeds that my mom left in the ground. The people she did those things for never helped us. They abandoned us. A lot of them don't even know where we are. They never checked on us after she died. But God arose help from elsewhere. He opened doors upon doors upon doors for other people to help us, to mentor us. People that don't know us, total strangers. And I've always believed that. I look back and I'm like, this has got to be the seeds that my mother left in the ground. She never saw the benefit of what she did. I met so many people in my adult life that every time they opened their mouth, nobody had anything bad to say about my mother. Some people would see me, they burst out into crying and say, oh, your mom helped me. This is your mom that taught me business. It's your mom that first introduced me to traveling, because from a very young age, my mom was traveling Dubai or here or there. She was going all over. She was very well traveled. You see, she introduced, some people be like, oh, the principles of life, some of the principles that I know about, putting myself first and leaving my best friend, I learned them from your mother. I'm like, what are you talking about? They'll be like, yeah, I learned them from your mother. She'll make the money and make sure she's one of the most well-dressed people that we knew. She'll go and spend about, back in the day, 500 pounds on just a dress. Very expensive jewelry, very like she had the best, and she'll say, look, I need to spend a lot of good money on myself. I'm investing for my children and their future and stuff, but tomorrow I may not be here. And one of the people that was telling me this, she said till today, she's still carrying on that principle that, look, you don't know how long you're gonna live for. Make sure you're doing things for your life, for yourself. Do things that make you happy as well. A lot of things that she did for many people that today, when I think about the life she lives, I'm like, wow. What a blessing to be birthed, to be brought into this life with by such an extraordinary woman. It was a blessing to be birthed, to be born by such a woman. Let me tell you, some parents are a nightmare. When you have a good parent, consider it a blessing that God loved you so much and gave you this parent that has parented you, that have given everything, their last and first and best for you. Because not every parent is like that. Some people have got parents from the pits of hell. And when they talk about them, they're like, God, why? So when you have a good one, and you can still appreciate them, appreciate them. But what I'm saying there, at least that wasn't a very long one. Learn to sow into other people's lives, because that may link into, when your children will come and harvest. And that is both good and evil. I've heard of stories where people are suffering right, left, and center because of the evil their own parents did. I had a testimony of a girl that I think it was a guy that had suffered relationship upon relationship upon relationship. Women treat him badly. Every woman he goes with, they wear the trousers, they treat him like something he stepped in. Relationships were just a mess for him. And one day, after he had had enough and just wanted to give up, he went to a man of God. They were praying for him. And God gave a revelation. The man of God prayed for him and said, look, God is going to send you a dream to tell you the root cause. It's not something you've done. As a matter of fact, the thing that I'm seeing that is tormenting your life is not something within your powers. It's something that your grandmother, not even your mother, your grandmother did. This man, he said he went, he prayed. One day God sent him a dream that the grandmother back in the village, God was just showing to him that what has happened. He had one of the most evil grandmothers that you can think of. They said the grandmother had boys, and she was very proud of her boys. Oh, my boy is this, my boy is that, for you to marry. You know those mother-in-laws, monsters-in-laws. In fact, not even a mother-in-law, a monster-in-law. You cannot just marry my son and how I will torment your life. I'll make your life so miserable. He said they want them to be married. They want to marry their own sons. They want to ruin. They want the son to be a mother's boy, ruin every relationship the boy enters. He said the boy had formed a relationship with this girl. They were like this, loved the girl to bits. When the mom learned that this is the girl he wanted to marry, he said, no, over my dead body. She comes from a very poor family. They come from a mad house. I cannot let you marry that woman. One day the mom went and found someone she wanted the son to marry. So this girl one day came to the house. The mom confronted her and said, you come from a very poor background, you this, you that, you never marry my son. She took a cane and beat this girl. The girl was crying her eyes. I said, look, if you're even pregnant for him, I'll make sure you abort that child. I will not be linked to your family. She said awful words. And in a lot of pain, they said this girl, before she left the woman's compound, she stood on the compound and cried. She wailed. She screamed and said, declared a curse and said, oh, the tears, do you know the journey me and your son have walked? For the things that you have done to me and said to me, from this day, as young as I am, I'm declaring a curse upon your family. All your sons from now on, and every son that is born in this family moving forward, they will never know love in a relationship. They will never know happiness. They will all be ruled by women. The women will wear the trousers. They will treat them as something they stepped in the same behavior that you've treated me with. That's the same behavior that all your daughters-in-law will treat your sons and your sons' sons. And the girl walked off. Life started going downhill for that family. This boy had walked into a curse that he never lived to see. They started praying for him. He was able to break it and saw freedom. But it was really, really bad. Women would cheat on them, would go and, birth children from outside the marriage. They will come and they will rear them, and it was a mess. Sometimes the things you're suffering is the pain your own parents or grandparents caused to other people. You see? So, let's sow, as parents, sow good things into the lives of others. Be mindful that the things, the way you're doing and the things you're dreaming for your own children, the other people's children, the things that the bad things that you may be wanting for to happen to another person's children may end up actually landing on your own children. The tables can turn. So that's why even when you're taking on an orphan and you're trying to, look after them and stuff, sometimes the more you're mistreating them, you're setting them up to be lifted by God. That means you're ensuring that one day they will go beyond your own children. God will excel them beyond your own children to the point that they will grow up and your children will be at their mercies. Because of the suffering you're trying to put them through, it's as if you're gathering your own children's blessings and piling it on them. You're heaping up a curse. That they will get to a certain point where God remembers them, you always be beneath them. Because of the pain you caused them at a certain point in their lives when you were so vulnerable and in your hands. So anyway, let me end this one here instead of talking on and on. So thank you very much. Again, point number 6, learn to sow good seeds in the lives of not only, your children and your loved ones or the people around you, but, do good. And as you're sowing those seeds, whatever you don't manage to use in your lifetime, your children will come and eat from those same blessings. Thank you very much. I'll see you in part 7 or in point number 7. Thank you. Bye.